their votes, they had to first wait for an instruction from the district returning officer, Mr. Mukundane David. Until when an instruction was given, then they had now to resort to using voters register. So confirmed is that today people had to use voters register. They failed in this whole of Kanongo district. So there was also one incident which happened at Kayanja Catholic Church, where the Minister for ICT and National Guidance, where he was casting his vote from. What happened? There was deployment of army officers. Contrary, because the law says that you're supposed to deploy army at a polling station if the police constables have been overwhelmed. But what happened, the minister, he found there some army officers, and this was not supposed to be the case. They were not supposed to be there. He asked them, who has deployed you? People were already actually casting their votes peacefully, and the scuffle actually erupted from there. And the accusation is his main rival, that is some Aranaitua Kajojo. The accusation is that he sent his car having some army officers to intimidate the voters. That's what happened. So a scuffle erupted from the polling station, calls were made, people actually even had the flex, if I may also say. They deflated the tire for the car because these army officers, they came, they had been called. They didn't have official call from the police constables, maybe that they had been overwhelmed at the polling station. So it was not a nice incident until when they had to move away after they deflated the car tire, the tires of the car. They had come in, they had to go walking back. The people at the polling station actually they had become chaotic enough. They were ready to do anything.
Christopher, actually, just to interject, we had a situation like that happen in Lira City. We just talked to Eddie Olwa, our reporter, and he highlighted how, Betty Among had an issue like that, or something that seemed like she was trying to campaign, yet you're no longer allowed to campaign. And they were taken, her and her husband were driven back to their home, not under house arrest, but they were driven back and asked to stay home until the process came to an end. Did anything happen, or were there any repercussions to this gentleman that you're highlighting who had security, who had the army officers or soldiers involved?
Now, what happened, this gentleman I'm talking about, he's the main rival for Minister Chris Baryomonsi. So accusations are that he deployed army officers using his own car at the polling station of Minister Chris Baryomonsi. That is at Kayanja Catholic Church. So when Minister Baryomonsi realized that the deployment had been done by his main rival, of course, people started saying that, why are these armed officers here? We have already police constables here. Why are they intimidating us? People had guns there. So the scuffle was it was not a nice thing for people who were there. The voters had also actually gotten up in arms, ready to actually chase them away, even to fight back, until when the armed officers actually went after Minister Fighting Chris Baryomonsi intervened and asked them, who has deployed you? Can you go back? It was not a nice incident. They went back, their car remained, and it was taken after. That is towards the end of the polls. But by and large, after that... That
drives me to my question, actually, my next question. If it's does then this race sort of seem like it's really between the rival and Chris Baryomonsi? And how do those preliminary results look like, or how did they look like?
Yeah. So, this was actually what happened. Minister Chris Baryomonsi, after arriving at the polling station, he found their army officers deployed. But it was not that maybe they had been called to be deployed there. So it's like there was an underhand behind this deployment. because the police constables who were already there, they were already guarding the place securely well. The voters were already casting their votes peacefully. So Minister Chris Variamus, after arriving, he asked, who deployed it? Are these people overwhelmed, the police constables who are here? Are they overwhelmed that they need your security deployment? And who gave you instructions? That's how the scuffle started.
I understand that, Crispus, but I'm asking, my question is, does the race sort of look like these two candidates are at loggerheads because their results look like, well, the competition is really the two of them, and what do those results look like? Is it really it's not necessarily a tie, but does it look like it's these two candidates that are standing out in Kanungu?
Yeah, for Chinchiz East, these are the two main contenders for Chinchiz East. That is the Minister Chris Variamus and the Minister Sam Kajojo. So, and here, what started up the incident is the arrival of Minister Chris Variamus. He deployed army officers at the polling station where Minister Chris Variamus cast where he's supposed to cast his vote from. This is his polling station where he cast his vote today. That's where the scuffle that's how the scuffle began. These guys, these are the two main rivals for Chinchiz East.
Okay, for Chinchiz East, what do those, by the time the polls were closing or closed, and the vote counting now was taking place before they were sent to the National Tally Center in Lubowa, what did that look like? Was it a tie? Is Chris Variamus ahead of Kajojo? What's happening?
Yeah. Okay. So after that scuffle, of course, Minister Chris Variamus intervened, and the situation was put under control. The army officers, they had to go. The police constables remained actually manning the security as people actually finished the voting process. So at the end of the day, when the results, this is how the results looked like at the end of the polling. We had Minister Chris Variamus garnering 223 votes. Then Mr. Sam Kajojo got 10 votes. We had Karunji Ruth garnering 5 votes. Then we had 2 invalid votes. And this polling station has got 298 voters. So Minister Variamus had 223 votes. Then Sam Kajojo had 10 votes. This is the polling station where Minister Chris Variamus cast his vote today. For the other side, I don't know how many votes he got for where he also cast his vote, where Mr. Sam Kajojo cast his vote. For him, he says somewhere far away. So this is very big. Has got more than actually has got 13 sub-counties. It has got 9 sub-counties and 4 town councils. It's a very big constituency. Chinchiz is a very big one.
Thank you so much, Crispus. Thank you for the updates from that polling station, where, Chris Variamus is already having 223 votes for what was counted at the polling station, and his rival, Sam Kajojo, with about 10 votes. We will see what the EC updates us with tomorrow, since the National Tally Center will be open by 9 a.m. We will also move to Ivan Kawa, who is in Zimbabwe, for another update.
Thank you so much. My name is Ivan Kawa, and I'm reporting live from Zimbabwe district, where until up this time, the declaration forms are being brought at the Tally Center. As of now, the room is all a little bit busy. DRO forms are coming in, they are scrutinizing them, and the returning officers yet to communicate what they have as of now. Now, the room has quite a number of people who are already in here, and some other candidates are also here to witness this exactly process, while some other candidates were earlier on here, but they had to leave, and the agents here representing them. Well, when you look at just that table right up there, that's where the returning officers are, and they are trying to put to make some calculations therein to see that they give us the temporary results as of now that we are having. There is also a desk just right there on the right. You could see that gentleman in a blue suit also receiving some of the DR forms and scrutinizing them in that regard. Well, this other desk here, you can see the Nina Rose is in that black attire. And those are some of the people that are here. But in here we also have the observers who have been so essential to see what exactly is going on. But I am going to be speaking to some of the people here who are having some documents, and they do explain to us what exactly they are having. Mom, can we speak to you a little bit? We are live on UBC. We are seeing you here. What exactly have you come to do? Kindly, you can stand and we. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yes.
So we are here. What have you come to do here?
Okay. I am Natukunda Alice Mary from Sembabule district. We've come here for you to clarify tuze okulabanga tukakasa ebivudde mu kulonda mu district yaffe ya Sembabule. We have 5 constituencies, that is Mawogola South, Mawogola North, Mawogola West, Honorable Nifa Nakaoya. We have Mawogola North, and we have Sembabule district, Akaba Woman MP, the whole Katuze Okulabanga, Tukakasa ebivudde eri byebiri eno ebiri mu byetubaze okuva eri ba agent ineno. Yes, DR forms are fair tuzina tutambudde nazo. We have them here tuzirina.
Kati ku ground kibadde kitya? How has it been on?
Ku ground for sure okusinziira okwawukanako n'obululu bwonna obuwedde emyaka giri emabega kabadde fair, tewabadde buzibu bwonna. Nze gye nnondedde waffe Mawogola West tewabaddewo obuzibu bwonna. Katambudde bulungi. Of course mbeeramu obutonotono obusobola okuba, but we are secured. Tulina security ebadde ekikolako.
Thank you so much. Well, that's an update from someone who has been on ground, and it's already clear now that some of the members are here with the DR forms to scrutinize and compare notes and see that the results that have been brought here are apparently tallying with what the gentlemen up there are doing. Now, this is the brief update as of now. Even journalists are here, camped here, trying to compare some of the notes because they are also been essential in this specific operation right from the areas where they have been. You can see each and everyone here is very busy. Each and everyone is bringing up the list or the information they have, trying to compare notes to see that it synchronizes. As of now, here in Zimbabwe, they have not yet communicated any temporary results as of now, but once they do that, we shall still be giving you that update. Sharon, I hand back to you, and I will keep you posted regarding any development that comes up from Sembabule district.
Ivan Kahwa from Sembabule for the updates. Looks like a long night, but I hope you're covered and ready to weather through the situation until we have everything sorted and the results at the National Tally Center. We continue with our reporters from various places in Uganda, and we have Joseph Odama from Arua City. A very good evening, Joseph. I hope you're doing well. What does the situation look like for now, where you are?
Yes, good evening, Sharon. Thank you for having me on board. Right now, I'm in Arua district at the Tally Center. The Tally Center is at the headquarters for a town council. And if we can flashback in the morning up to 4 p.m., the voting process was very peaceful. But in Arua, we had an isolated case. After the balloting, there was a group of youth that came and started attacking NRM chairperson of the district together with the NRM flag bearer for parliamentary race in Arua district. The NRM flag bearer
Odama, why was that a walk in the park for the ones that came to attack?
The youth were routed because they were suspecting that the NRM flag bearer and also the NRM chairperson, they were jointly, allegedly, concocting the results ahead of the declaration at the tally center here. So we thank God that the police was able to swing into action and rescue the two people for safety. But consequently, they were dispersed using the tear gas. And right now at the tally center, we are peaceful, and the counting process is about to start.
As a journalist, were you able to witness anything like what these youths or the group of young Ugandans think they saw or thought or believed?
Yeah, as far as the rowdy group is concerned, they believe that the NRM chairperson of our district, together with the flag bearer NRM for parliamentary race for Vura County, they were exchanging the results that they're expecting from the polling stations, and it made them to go to NRM office in a place called Odia, and they started threatening the NRM chairperson together with the parliamentary candidate who is on NRM ticket. And as I said, now immediately after getting the intelligence, the police was able to swing into action to go and rescue these people. They were driven to the police headquarters of Arua district, and that was when now the youth also followed the two people up to the CPS. And in response to that, the police was able to now use the tear gas to disperse them. But after that, we were able to come to the tally center and witness the arrival of the ballot boxes and so on. Right now, everything has been set. The Electoral Commission officials, together with the agents of the various candidates, are already in the house waiting to see how the tallying process is going to go through. Also, before I came to the tally center, I was able to move from one polling station to the other to understand how the counting at the polling station was happening, especially for the presidential and members of parliament. Indeed, Vura is described as the NRM stronghold in West Nile. And as I was hearing and also noting, the prospect was between the incumbent president of Uganda, that is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa, and Robert Kyagulanyi. But I can affirm that the number that the president was getting in Vura was absolutely overwhelming. So these are the things that we're getting here. But in terms of the parliamentary race here in Vura, as I was witnessing in some of these polling stations I visited, the contest is between the two people. That is the NRM flag bearer, who is none other than Lenia Charity, and the former member of parliament for Vura County, that is the Ajedra Gabriel Aridlu, who is also a former minister, state minister of finance and general duties, in charge of general duties in the 10th parliament of Uganda. So we are waiting now the official results from the Electoral Commission after now tallying and confirming that yes, so and so is the one who has gone through, and the others are failing. Actually, we have 6 candidates for parliamentary position here in a Vura constituency. But also in Arua City, the voting process happened peacefully, and we have 6 candidates for Arua Central Division. And this is also one of the hot spots in West Nile. Arua Central Division is the center for influence actually in West Nile. So people's eyes are towards this electoral area. And the core 3 people are the NRM flag bearer, who is also the incumbent member of parliament, that's Jackson Atima. Then we have FDC candidate, that's the Muzaidi can miss. And we also have an independent candidate called Kepo Ronald. He participated in the NRM primaries, but he failed. So the contest in that area of Arua Central Division is basically between these two people. But also, as I was moving before in Arua City before coming to Arua District, the presidential level, indeed, the incumbent president of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa, was also leading. But we cannot affirm to the public that that is the result which is going to come, unless the Electoral Commission is going to declare. But this is, as a journalist, what I witnessed on ground.
Thank you so much, Odama Joseph, reporting from Arua City for the wonderful update. Sounds like a very fruitful day, but with so much happening as well. I pray that you're safe and you're able to weather through as we continue to get results and reports from our reporters who are across the country. Thank you, Odama.
Thank you too.
Now, despite having issues like biometric issues with the machines, and also having Ibanda and Chibanda suspended, elections suspended because of what happened, which was a mismatch in the candidates' particulars, among so many other problems like low turn-ups that have been reported in some places, we managed to still get the first set of preliminary results from the chairperson, EC, Justice Simon Byabakama. And of course, I would like to show you what he gave to us nationally, where President Yoweri Museveni, who is the NRM candidate, garnered 14,232 votes, making it a 61.75%. And Chagulanyi Sentamu from National Unity Platform with a 7,753, which is a 33.64%. And moving on to others, since we have 8 candidates standing for the position or vying for the position of president of Uganda. Nandala Mafabi from the FDC party got 560 votes, rounded off to 2.43%. Mujisha Muntu and the political party 164, 0.71%. And Mubarak Munyagwa from the CMP 145 votes, 0.63%. I always think about Munyagwa because of the Lusania. And moving on to some more candidates, 3 more, where Frank Bulida, RPP, got 84 votes, making it a 0.36%. And Robert Kasibante, NPP, with 66 votes, making it a 0.29%. And the last candidate, Joseph Mabirizi from the CP party, with 45 votes, making it a 0.20%. Thank you so much for watching. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back. Welcome back from that short commercial break. We still continue with the updates. And this time around we have our reporter, Alan Amanyara from Adjumani District with an update. A very good evening, Alan. Kindly let us know what's happening.
Yes, good evening, Sharon, and thank you, our viewers, for always loving UBC, because we are coming to you live from Adjumani right away. And right now, I am at the polling station here in Adjumani, but of course, we are still waiting, just like you're listening or viewing from the rest of the country. The polling station of Adjumani has not started receiving the ballots yet. Of course, the elections are still, of course, the elections move on well, but of course, Adjumani district has 11 sub-counties and it has 236 polling stations. So as per now, we are still waiting for the results to come in. And of course, the returning officer, that is the Akao Eunice Christine, she's seated right in her position waiting for the results to come in. But right now, we are still waiting. So far, one sub-county has so far brought in a result. But also, from my movement around, I moved in different sub-counties here in Adjumani. And of course, in Adjumani, we have Adjumani has 2 constituencies, Adjumani West constituency, and of course, who is led by General Moses Ali, who is an incumbent member of the constitution, and is also flag bearer for NRM, and of course is battling it together with this gentleman by the names of Tandro Patrick, who is carrying the flag of Forum for Democratic Change. But of course, from the results, from the time when we started counting the votes, there is a battle between General Moses Ali. It is not yet official from the EC, but of course this is what we had when I started moving around. Of course, around the polling station. And
did
from the
General
other
Moses
side,
Ali participate in the voting?
sorry.
Did General Moses Ali participate in the voting process?
Yes, he did. Yes, he voted at around, of course, just like the rest of the country. Juma also had issues with the voters verification machine, and of course it has delayed the election a little bit. And then General Moses Ali casted his vote around. That is 10:20. That is the time he casted his vote. But of course, apart from that, also in the west, in the east, we have Honorable Mama Wiki, who is incumbent, who is carrying independent, standing on the independent. Of course, after he lost NRM primary to Lumak Angel, NRM flag bearer. But of course, from the criminal reports that we got also from the police station and from colleagues, there is a possibility they will feel that maybe Honorable Mamawi will still go through, but it's not yet official, and we are still waiting. And for the case of a women member of parliament, we have Jessica Ababiku, who is carrying the flag of National Resistance Movement, and of course the race is also tied for her with Raleo Rose, who is independent, and of course we are still waiting here at the polling station. As I said, the polling stations, we are all gathered here, media and all other security agencies, observers, but we're still waiting. It's only one sub-county that has so far brought in the result.
Wow, very interesting. Did you? I understand that biometrics machine has sort of been the issue with so many polling stations. Aside from that, was there anything else that stood out as an issue but was later nipped in the bud?
Not really. Adjumani's election was generally peaceful. I did speak to the RDC, that is Mr. Toko Swipe, and of course he confirmed to me that the voting went on successfully, and nothing much has happened more so concerning issues of security. And this has clearly indicated that people have actually listened into the messages that the security personnel are saying. And of course, also compared to the previous election, Adjuman voters number has risen. That is from the previous election, that is from 2000, election from 2000, that is 2021 to 2026, and this right now we have 98,542 voters who actually casted their votes today. But just like other places, I spoke to
Would you say that
some
was
of
an increase for the voter turnout?
Yeah, the voter turnout here in Germany has also slightly been low. And of course, when I spoke to the voters, they actually attributed it to the failure of the machine, because they said that a majority of the voters stand up in the morning, and of course they came with the hope of casting the vote, but unfortunately when the machine failed, majority of them decided to walk away, and of course voting started a little bit late, that is around 10:30, 10:20 there, and that is the reason why they cited. But I don't know for the rest of the party, other country, the parts of the country, but here voting went up to around 5 p.m. I don't know the rest of the parts in the whole country.
Thank you so much, Alan Amanyara, at Germani District. We appreciate your time and the updates that you've given to us. The EC National Tally Center will be open tomorrow by 9 a.m. and I believe we'll have more results coming in away from just the first preliminary results. Now, of course, a few highlights from what transpired today at around 10:45 p.m. We had the EC chairperson, Justice Simon Byabakama, update us on the first set of preliminary results where President Yoweri Museveni, the incumbent, garnered 14,232 votes, putting him at a 61.7%, followed by Mr. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, aka Bobby Wine, from the National Unity Platform with 7,753 votes, putting him at 33.64%. We'll have more of that once the National Tally Center in Lubowa is open tomorrow by 9 a.m. But that doesn't mean that UBC is closing. No, it's not. We have a 24-hour broadcast where we'll keep you updated. We have a panel that will sit in and also help to analyze, because we want you to have verified, accurate information on what has transpired. A few issues that have sort of unsettled the voters today, like the biometric machines, which weren't working. Some places have had a very low turn-up for voters, and with the issue of biometrics machines, they had to use the National Voters Registrar or voter slips, and for those that had national IDs, they were also used to make sure that people still go ahead to cast their ballots. Areas like Ibanda and Chibanda had the elections suspended, according to the EC chairperson, Justice Simon Byabakama, due to a mismatch in the candidates' particulars. Now, we also had a few cases of violence in areas like Matuga, Katokenia, Nansana, Katwe, but security agencies were able to nip this in the bud and exactly at the right time. Again, the CDF warned that we should vote and go home, and people have actually adhered to that. We also had the observers who had a different report. We had one of the reporters at the National Tally Center, Jordan Lukomwa, interview one of them, and he appreciated the fact that Ugandans are able to go and have a free and fair election. Anything more than that on the laws and whether we practice that to the latter, we can discuss later, but for what he said, yes, he saw Ugandans turn up to vote. There's also been an arrest of over 400 Ugandans or citizens who are trying to cause commotion, and the security agencies said not today, and I guess those will be brought to book. Altogether, Ugandans have maintained peace and calm, and yet again civically participated in voting for their leaders. The National Tally Center in Lubowa has been closed, but tomorrow, 9 a.m., I beg your pardon, we'll be able to continue with results and get to have a look at who the President of Uganda is going to be. At the members of parliament from the different areas that people have cast their ballots, as well as members of parliament. From the team and I, have a lovely night. My name is Sharon Chomjisha. Thank you so much for being a part of this and for watching UBC TV. We inspire Uganda. We give you verified, accurate information. Keep posted because the broadcast still continues. It's a 24-hour clock. Bye-bye.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My name is Colonel Banison Desiderius Mande. I'm the Director Research and Analysis, National Counterterrorism Center. As we go into this electoral season, we all need to work as whole government, whole society, for people to talk peace and maintain peace before, during, and after elections. Uganda is for all of us. We need it secure. We need these elections free of violence.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. We are into the political season. The atmosphere is highly charged. There is a lot of excitement everywhere you look. But elections come and go. We all remain the same people staying in this one country. We must prioritize peace. We do not want to witness violence. No one should be throwing stones. No one should be using inciting language or abusing others. No one should use a stick against a fellow citizen. No one should use bullets or even tear gas against citizens. Instead, we should sit as brothers and sisters, as Ugandans, and discuss issues that may appear different, one camp from the other. I look forward to seeing an NRM supporter sitting with an NUP supporter and taking coffee. I want to see somebody from Arua sitting down for a cup of coffee with someone from Bugisu, from Chigezi, from Buganda. Let's learn to tolerate each other, even when we have differences between us, because that's how we are created. We are not the same. What we should appreciate is that we can all live together. Uganda is big enough for everyone. So we should respect one another. We should not incite violence. We should not in any way participate in anything that breaches the peace. That's my call to all Ugandans during this season.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I'm Superintendent of Police, Bagan's Patience, the DPC Dokoro. We are in for the election period, and my role as police is to provide security. However, if we are to have a peaceful election, it is a two-way traffic. The wananchi also have a role to play in this. The catchword in this is to have an election period where everyone is to participate freely without any fear. Our commitment as police, we are going to prepare and prepare and prepare. And then we shall give a leveled ground for all of you to participate in this election. We call upon all Ugandans to keep peace during this election period.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hi guys, we are going into the elections as a country. My job, your job is to pray that God himself will choose for us the best leaders, whether they are in this party or in this party. As long as it is God who has chosen them, then he will be with them. May God help us as we vote. Also, I encourage all my young people, make sure you stay alive to see your future. Be peaceful, don't fight. Someday I saw a guy getting a rock and telling a guy with a gun, Okolechi, Okolechi. I'm like, come on, you have a future to protect. Make sure you are peaceful. Even though your wife, your sister, your brother does not vote your side, make sure you stay alive together as you wait for the future that you are believing for. stay peaceful, stay calm, and pray.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hello, my name is Rosa Malango, and I serve as a special presidential envoy for tourism and trade. But before that, I spent almost 3 decades working with the United Nations and 2 years as a social entrepreneur. So I know the importance of peace for stability and for development. So at this important time, as Uganda prepares once again to go to the elections, this is an appeal that citizenship and electoral participation does not have to mean destruction. So a call to everyone to participate, to exercise their civic duties, but also to promote peace. We need peace to continue to feed our families. We need peace to be able to continue to grow. And we need peace if we really want to become the beacon of hope, tourism, and trade on the African continent.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I'm urging all Ugandans, please, let's have a peaceful elections this time around. Let's vote peacefully. After voting, let's walk back home. Let's protect our gains. Let's be peaceful. Please, let's gather in numbers. Let's go and vote peacefully. Then we go home peacefully. Thank you.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
As we go into the final lap of the electoral campaigns and into polling, we are calling upon all the people of Uganda to conduct themselves peacefully. First of all, the candidates, we call upon you to use suitable language that shows respect and tolerance, and language that promotes peace and unity, because we are all Ugandans and elections should not divide us. So we call for language that is respectful of people's cultures, people's views, and is tolerant, because we all have different views, but we all want to have a very, very united country, Uganda, and a progressive one at that. So we are calling upon you to conduct yourself peacefully as we go into the final days of the campaigns, and on polling day, to respect the views of others and to accept the results of the elections, and know that after the elections, there will still be a Uganda, and we need each other as citizens of Uganda. I wish you a peaceful electoral process, and I call upon you to be peaceful. Peace-loving Ugandans. God bless you.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Citizens, elections are moments of choice. Reject hooliganism and lawlessness. Let Lira be known for tolerance.
We want to call upon all of you, let's talk peace, irrespective of the candidate you are supporting.
What the kind of push, okay? So we're maintaining push.
As Electoral Commission, we pledge peace, and we shall perform within our means to achieve that.
May peace walk with you. May peace guide our elections. May peace bless Lira.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Greetings, Uganda. My name is William Nahura Murinda, and I'm here to talk to the old people in Uganda about keeping peace when that day and that time of election comes. Mahatma Gandhi said that an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Therefore, peace during election is not only path that we want to reach to the destination, it is the destination that we want. Thank you, and may God bless you as you choose your best candidate peacefully.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Let there be peace.
Dear people of Masaka, elections must never divide us, but instead strengthen our shared vision of building a promising future for our motherland. Our call to you, dear brothers and sisters: 1. Always pray for peace.
Emirembe ekiseera kino mu byobufuzi nti abantu bali mu bibiina ebyenjawulo oyinza okusiŋŋaana omuntu omu awagira kirala nga wagalya kirala naye obuzibu we buli nti awagira kyotawagira olowooza nti mulabe naye ye bw'ategeera naawe bw'otegeera.
Yes. So tubasaba tubeere ba mpisa tubeere ba mirembe.
Let Greater Masaka, from the trading centers to the villages, be a place of dialogue, not chaos.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Yonko kuna ajumanya ejeni initiate yokwasa kwebembera abantu ombwiro obutiriyo ntuzamu tayo yana hagera ekibiine cya kuhagera mureke kunkazaho tera karuru dene ekintu kitambure jo miso
nyewe ningira nti okufuna obusinjana n'emirembe twaruga omukaruru nari kitwaza omukutera akaruru aka leka tugende n'omu ebembezi oturafune tutagire mu kuyomba no kugwanangana.
Wherever you may be, let's talk peace. Uganda, talk peace. 256. Let's talk peace. Let's talk peace. Wherever you go, my sister, my bro, let peace be with you.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is Nareva Lefibi, PRO for UCAFNet, United Children of Armed Forces. Dear Ugandans, I urge you all to go and vote. Do not be misled by these politicians who are just self-centered, saying you do not go to vote. If you don't go to vote, your vote will not count. If you love your president, go and vote and make sure you tick the box or you put your thumbprint that day. And after elections, please go back home and don't engage yourself in any violence.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Fellow citizens, elections are moments of choice. Reject hooliganism and lawlessness. Let Lira be known for tolerance.
We want to call upon all of you, let's talk peace, irrespective of the candidate you are supporting.
What it can be good, okay? So Ginatie, we're maintaining good.
As Electoral Commission, we pledge peace and we shall perform within our means to achieve that.
May peace walk with you. May peace guide our elections. May peace bless Lira.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Greetings, Uganda. My name is William Nahura Murinda, and I'm here to talk to the old people in Uganda about keeping peace when that day and that time of election comes. Mahatma Gandhi said that an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Therefore, peace during election is not only path that we want to reach to the destination, it is the destination that we want. Thank you, and may God bless you as you choose your best candidate peacefully.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Let there be peace.
Dear people of Masaka, elections must never divide us, but instead strengthen our shared vision of building a promising future for our motherland. Our call to you, dear brothers and sisters: 1. Always pray for peace.
emirembe ekiseera kino mu byobufuzi nti abantu bali mu bibiina ebyenjawulo oyinza okusiŋŋaana omuntu omu awagira kirala nga wagalira kirala naye obuzibu we buli nti awagira kyotawagira olowooza nti mulabe naye ye bw'ategeera naawe bw'otegeera.
Yes. So tubasaba tubeere ba mpisa tubeere ba mirembe.
Let Greater Masaka, from the trading centers to the villages, be a place of dialogue, not chaos.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace yonkokunagimanya egi ni initiate yokwasa kwebembera abantu ombwiro obutiriyo ntuzamu tayo yana hagera ekibiina kyakuhagera mureke kunkazeho tera karuru dene kintu kitambure jo miso
nyewe ningira nti okufuna obusinjana n'emirembwe twaruga omukaruru nari kitwaza mu kutera akaruru aka leka tugende n'omu ebembezi owo turafune tutagire mu kuyomba no kugwanangana.
Wherever you may be, let's talk
so
peace.
Uganda, talk peace. The 256.
Let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Wherever you go, my sister, my bro, let peace be with you.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is Naeva Phoebe, PRO for UCAFNet, United Children of Armed Forces. Dear Ugandans, I urge you all to go and vote. Do not be misled by these politicians who are just self-centered, saying you do not go to vote. If you don't go to vote, your vote will not count. If you love your president, go and vote and make sure you tick the box or you put your thumbprint that day. And after elections, please go back home and don't engage yourself in any violence.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy and partners, with support from the European Union. Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Welcome again to this program of us. We bring to you updates from the ongoing vote tallying in the various centers across the country. And in the studio with me is Dr. Big Sam.
That's right. That's right.
The Big Sam here,
yes.
And then Mr. Dini Chibirige, who will be bringing you updates on this program today. It's an extended program in the deep of this night until morning, when we shall be signing off. But in the meantime, we will be updating you on every other aspect where UBC is monitoring the elections 2026 on this beautiful day of 27 16th of the year 2026. It's already a morning, and we're in the deep of the morning. Now, already online, we have our correspondent currently in Zimbabwe, Bwana Kawa, who is updating us what is happening in that constituency. And if Kawa on the line, please, can you bring us to speed what is happening in Zimbabwe?
Thank you so much, James Mututa. We are at the Zimbabwe District Tally Center, where the tallying of the results is taking place. Now, the current situation here is clearly an indication of the preparations of the participation of the members of the public and voters in the election process. From here, as of now, they are yet to even announce the preliminary result, as the tallying is still ongoing. But as and when the information comes in, when the information is given to us by the returning officer, probably we will be sharing with you some of the results that have been received at this specific point. Now, to give you a recap of what has happened today in this area of Zimbabwe District and some other constituencies where we managed to go to. For example, in Zimbabwe District, we were at Zimbabwe Primary School polling station as early as 7 a.m. and the election materials had already arrived by that time. But at around 10, that's when the voting started at that specific polling station. But we also headed to Remiyaga, where Emmanuel Rwashande, Brigadier General, voted from at exactly 10 a.m. But we noticed and witnessed that the BVVK machines at many of the polling stations were not operational. But this did not stop the voting from taking place, as an alternative was available and the physical register was already used. But one of the other challenges that people faced is some turned up with the voter location slips, but they were not in the register. And many had believed that the biometric verification machines would be all essential and would help identify people, since they only require their national identity card. From there, we also headed to Remiyaga headquarters polling station, where Theodore Sech Kubo was supposed to vote from. We have reliable information that Theodore Sech Kubo did not vote on grounds that when the voters arrived at the polling station, the ballot boxes were already filled with ballot papers, and that's one of the reasons why some people absconded to vote from that specific polling station. I personally called Honorable Theodore Sech Kubo to confirm some of the allegations. One of the things that he told me was that it's true, he did not participate in the voting because his people had been denied a chance to vote. But when I remained on ground after some time, I realized that the voting process was still ongoing, and my efforts to return to Honorable Theodore Sech Kubo were futile. But as and when we get him, we shall be able to talk to him to get a little bit more updates regarding that. So when it comes to the security situation during the voting process, from the people I did talk to and the interviews that I made, the security situation was calm and people were able to cast their votes and return home at the end of the day. From the advisory that was given by the security agencies and as well as other government dignitaries, that after voting, the people were advised to leave and go home. This is one of the things that we have witnessed in the Zimbabwe district and in other counties regarding that specific situation. So as of now, we are just waiting for any communication that will be made by the returning officer. And this is the ambience of the room. You can see the tallying is still going on right there. Now, this is a constituency. This is an area that has 4 constituencies, including a woman member of parliament who represents Zimbabwe district, and I will quickly go through it so that we can understand who and where is the specific hotspot where there is a little bit contention and the competition is very stiff. We have Zimbabwe woman member of parliament. It has 4 people contesting in that position. That is Medibe Gumisa of Independent, Florence Nambazira of NRM, Nina Kankunda of NUP, that is Nina Rose, and Esther Kinkuhire of Independent. Now, this, many people are looking at Nina Rose, who is the word of the National Unity Platform, who is then having a tight race with Florence Nambazira. That's the preliminary information from what was happening on ground. From there, you have the Mawogola North that has there are 6 candidates. Aine Kaguta Sodo of NRM, Chigongo Francis of FDC, Chigonya Angela of DP, Liazi Moses, Tumweba Zejet Independent, and Twine John Independent. Now, in Mawogola North, the competition was also stiff between Aine Kaguta and Jet Tumwebaze of Independent. That is NRM and the independent candidate were having a tight race therein on ground. Then you have the Lwemiyaga County, which is also the other hotspot, where you have Brigadier General Emmanuel Rwashande and Theodore Sechikubo of Independent. Those were the ones having a tight race therein. Then you also have Mawogola County, where you have Goreti Namoga of the National Unity Platform up against Desi Biuma, and it was all NRM and the NUP regarding that side. And the last constituency is Mawogola West, where you have Anifa Kawoya of the NRM, Mohammed Mawanda to Mwesije Bright and Mwesije Issa. Now, from the polling station we were at the time of tallying, from all the 8 presidential candidates, you realize the race was between the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the National Unity Platform presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. That's the update as of now, but as and when the returning officer makes any communication, I am right here. I'll be giving you all those updates. I hand back to studio. James.
Kahawa, just before you go, have you talked to the election officials about this particular allegation of Honorable Sechikubo about the ballot stuffing in a polling station?
Yes, Mututa, come again. Didn't get that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out if you have had an interaction with the election officials about the allegations of Honorable Sechikubo about this ballot stuffing, if it were true or what happened.
Apparently, from that information, it is Honorable Theodore Sechikubo who personally told me that. But what I did as an immediate response to ascertain the grounds of the allegations, I talked to the voters who are already on location, and they told me the side of the story. However, I did also talk to the presiding officer at the polling station where Theodore Sechikubo votes from, and that that presiding officer did inform me that indeed there are people who returned back home over those allegations, but we were yet to confirm them. We haven't yet spoken to the overall because many of them have been busy up and about, but as and when we get an opportunity to talk to someone authoritative who can speak about those allegations raised by Theodore Sechikubo, then probably it's something that we will share. But the turn-up at that specific polling station, for example, at around 11 a.m., the presiding officer had already only facilitated the voting of about 20 people out of over the 200 voters that were registered at that specific polling station. So for now, I am also looking at those as allegations, but when I get any authority, surely I will ensure that we put that question to them so that they can give us clear information about that account.
Thank you so much, Ivan, and we'll be hearing more about from you about the particular issues that are coming up in Zimbabwe. And thank you so much for the time and for being there on behalf of UBC. And for viewers, we shall be bringing you more of these reports coming from across the country as people continue, the officials continue vote tallying, and as they update us, we shall also let you know. Now in studio, back to studio here with my two brothers, Big Sam and Abwana Dean. You know, elections, when time come for elections, there's always a lot of tension.
That's right.
And of course, for us as a candidate, in most cases, people have to look for the reason as to why I lost, if one lost. So there will always be all allegations and all reasons why people are losing. Back to us, you guys voted.
Yes, we did.
Yes, how was the experience where you were? Apparently for me, I delayed because as I was crossing the road, I realized it was 20 minutes after 5. So I couldn't go across. So what did you vote from?
Yeah, first of all, good morning to all viewers and Ugandans watching UBC TV. James, I voted because I had to exercise that right.
Yeah.
It comes once every after 5 years, and to me, Uganda is scoring high in terms of trying to get to that level of democracy or becoming democratic like other countries. As a sportsman, there are two issues I look at in any event. It's about continuity and consistency.
That's right.
If you try to tell the story of Uganda since it was formed, that is 130 years ago, and you try to paint that picture. For the first 60 years, there was no election. There were no elections. For the next 30 years after the 60 years, up to around 1996, there were elections, but we lacked consistency. For the past 30 years, we've been consistent. Every after 5 years,
there's been an election.
There should be an election. There's no doubt about that. So I had to exercise that right. I went to Stella, Gwafu polling station.
Okay.
I know Big Sam is well conversant with that road, being an LC1 chairperson at Kajansi.
Yes.
I did vote. I arrived at around 8 a.m.
Okay.
Some people had actually arrived at 6 a.m. Unfortunately, the lines, the demarcations, the equipment was all at the polling station. But the BVVM machines were nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
By the time I arrived.
That's
so around 8. Meaning that they had actually been taken back.
Oh.
Because the presiding officer had noticed that they would not, they were non-operational. So they resorted to the manual way. And of course, they brought the registers. We were verified the old way. And I voted.
Okay.
There are two things I noticed. One, the people were calm. The people were ready to be peaceful. Unlike, because I've been voting at the same polling station for the past 20 years. And I've noticed the previous elections, there was a lot of chaos.
Okay.
People intending to come and disrupt the process of voting. But this time round, the voters instead at Najanankumbi were really calm.
Okay.
They waited, and you see, the level of calmness was exhibited to the extent that it reached a point where you needed an umbrella. But remember, from the EC boss, he had insisted, don't bring anything that symbolizes your party. So people had to stand in that sun to make sure they abide by the rules and regulations or the protocols of voting. The second point was about the security around. Usually, when people start hitting a bit, because they were asking where is the presiding officer, where are the machines, the security at times can go physical. But this time they were just talking to the voters, a gesture that shows that we are heading in the right direction.
Okay.
I had to abide by the EC boss's regulation. Immediately after, because you don't ask me who won.
Yeah, because I know by the time they were counting,
I was not there. I was here working. But the elections, the voting was generally peaceful.
And you went home.
Yeah, I came to work. I'm still working.
Okay, thank you. Big Sam, what was your experience while you voted?
Thank you so much, Mr. Matuta. First and foremost, I just want to greet everybody that's watching it right now. I want to thank you so much for choosing to watch UBC, and of course we're here just to give you an insight of whatever that we feel is the right way to go. As we all know that UBC, we tell the right story, and that's it. We don't add anything. I voted from Kajansi, and luckily enough for me, I am a community leader in that specific, vicinity in Kawoto A. And we vote from Uganda Clay's playground.
Wow.
And I've been voting there for a couple of, rounds of elections. And I would not differ from what my senior dean say. I think this time around, there was a sense of calmness that you could see. Looking at every vibe that was coming before the D-Day, every words that was said, you would think there would be, but there was a lot of calmness.
Some people had to leave town and go to
I know. And for me, it did not actually start in the morning. I own a school called Kawoto Saviour's Primary School right there in Kajansi. So previously, before the elections, they called me to provide facilities, provide chairs and desks where the electoral people would come. And now my school is in a different area compared to where the village that I bought from. But you could also tell that even the people that are asking for this are more prepared for what is to come tomorrow. Because I remember the other past election, I was called in the morning. And my head teacher also was called in the morning. Can you please provide, that was a little bit of confusion. But this time around, we provided all these things as community members, as people that want this country to go forward. So we provided this way before time. And I and my wife and a few people that vote from my home, we went to vote around 11:30. It is my tendency that we don't go too early because we want to give room for other people that come too early so we want to go when there's people that have voted, and we also do our thing. And we went and voted. And this time around, actually, I have a friend, visitor of mine, who came from the United States and is here on vacation. And he did not go back to his country because he thinks, no, it's going to be good. So I had him escort me to see how this whole exercise is done. And he was so amazed because everything that was happening way before and every words that were said when he got to the polling station and looks at how come everything was like, this does not look like
what he anticipated.
Exactly.
So I voted and I finished, and right there, like my senior said, I think I've grown to a certain extent of allowing myself to follow what the guidelines are. I told my children, if they have told you that there is a lion barking there and it's biting people, if you go there, you'll be a fool. So I say, wisdom is not to go there, even when you want to see the lion. True. So the guidelines that we heard, go and cast your vote.
And then
and go back
go
home.
home.
Man,
Thank
I
you.
went back home, I had my lunch, and was just hearing everything via TV and radio. But it was very calm. Well, I had a scenario where someone came and they were not in that register.
Oh,
That lady came and said, oh, if I'm not in this register, so where am I? But I also get to ask this lady that, did you come when they said come and check your voters allocation, slips and stuff like that? Did you actually come and verify that? And this lady was clear. I didn't have time. So some things are, reacting back to these people, but it's because of what they did not do.
Exactly.
But over and above, this was a calm election, and we expect everything to go calm until the end.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, viewer. We are still bringing you updates from the various polling stations from the various regions and the districts of this country. And when they happen, we'll definitely be updating you. Already, we're having a number of constituencies that have been won. And because this parliamentary election is easily monitored at the district level, I think we'll be having more of those for those who have gone through. But for the presidential elections, we shall still be updating you until the final results that will be announced by the Electoral Commission in a given day and the time as provided for by the laws and the constitution of this great country of Uganda. So, Sam.
Yes, sir.
You vote, you go home.
You vote, you go home.
Or you didn't come back to hear the winners and the losers?
I did.
Okay.
I did come back. I set a time to see, to come and actually hear for myself. I made sure that I am exactly far away from whatever is happening, the very same distance they say. And the people were far. And they will come. Everybody was waiting just to see. Now, the only thing that challenged that was is how we're going to deal about this election if we were doing the computer way and not the analog way.
Yeah.
Computers did not work, so we went the analog way. So they were counting one by one. By the time I came, they had already started counting. But even the vibe that was there was nothing that would cause for any alarm.
Yeah, but I think Sam and Dean, over time, I think Dean, you talked about consistency. I think over time, we have been consistently using the analog.
The analog,
And we have used this analog, I think, as far as elections have been here.
Yeah.
You talked of the 30 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether we need to eventually move totally to the digital way, or we maintain our analog way, so that as time goes, because for the first time voters, it can be interesting to be digital. But for my grandmother who has been using the analog way, I think we can then have a two-in-one. If the machines are going to be problematic, because we have seen this technology, even other countries that we would consider developed, also have had issues. So I think these systems need maybe to go hand in hand, so that we can be consistent, and then that will also be adding up to voter education. Yep. We are having more results coming in from the polling stations across the country, and I said, like, when they do happen, we'll be bring them to you. And I think online we are having someone standing by to update us from one of the polling centers, and I can see my guy is already on screen. Please, can you update us from where you are? how things are happening there. And we here waiting for you. Uganda is waiting to hear from what is happening where you are.
Yeah, thank you very much, James Mututa, Dean Chibiriga, and the rest in their studios. First of all, I want to inform you that people here in Kololo in ceremonial grounds, where the Kampala District Tallying Center has been set up, just watching UBC, and they are enjoying the program. They are enjoying the proceedings, and everything is moving on well from a few people I've talked to. But like I told you earlier on, that the space here, the environment here is promising, because a number of candidates have started coming in from, and also the more results have also started coming in. And what I can tell you is that with me here, I'm going to be speaking to the returning officer of Kampala District, that is Mr. Muhasia Rashid, who is the center referee at this place here in Kololo, and he will be informing us of the next steps, because everyone is waiting to hear what is happening as far as the results in Kampala Central or Kampala District is concerned. So without wasting a lot of time, I'm going to be speaking to Mr. Rashid. Mr. Rashid, good evening and welcome to UBC TV, you're live.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Muhasia Rashid, a returning officer, Kampala District. Here where we are now, we are at Kololo, designated Tally Center for Kampala District. Kampala District, we have got altogether 5 divisions, and because of having a better facility setting and other facilities available, we agreed that we can have our Tally Center here for all the divisions. As of now, we have started receiving the results, and not all the results are here, but at the end of the day we shall have all the results. We are about to start. When you see the other side at the lower end, we now have results from Nakawa. Around 10 polling stations, 10 parishes have given us complete set of results, and as when we start like that in the process, we shall be moving into the right direction.
What time do you hope to start exactly?
We are now going to start, because in Nakawa, so far we have received over 15 polling stations and 15 parishes that are complete, and we want to begin immediately. As you can see, our officers are already set. It is a matter of minutes and we start.
I believe you have had or you've gotten information from your colleagues from different polling stations. Maybe, perhaps, could you tell us what could have led to the delay of the results coming in here? Maybe we could have had challenges in one way or another.
These results, we always, when we are training them, we tell them to bring the results when they are complete. Because imagine if you wanted a polling assistant who was available at that polling station to sign on the result, and you have only realized that the results were not signed, it becomes very hard to get that person. So we need the complete results here. That one can cause a delay, but all is now promising. As you can see the other side where we have set up our stores, everything is in place, and those are signs that we are receiving quite a number of results around.
So, Mr. Rashid, what the people or the public would like to know, especially, is assurance that the integrity of this whole process is not going to be compromised.
The integrity, I can assure you that what we normally do is to ensure that we do the right job. We always declare results the way they have come. But there are also circumstances that may rule out some results. But we have not yet had such scenarios, and those are at the extreme. But as of now, we are expecting these results in their right form.
So as you take lead of this process, what do you demand from the candidates and other stakeholders here?
What we want from the candidates is to ensure that in the first place, they keep the peace. You remember we started the campaign sometime back on the 10th, but we have been moving on well. So that very kind of peace is what we expect here. We expect also from the candidates to keep calm, and they may be, if anything, for easy following of what is happening, they needed to come with a full set of their DRR forms, so that when we are reading out results, they are in a position to make a comparison.
How were you affected by the changes that prior we knew we were supposed to have the BVV kits operating, and then things changed the other way around? So how did this affect your process?
Technology is technology. If it is a good day, it will work. But at one point, if maybe it is not a good day, just like your smartphone, the one that you have been using for years, at one point it can misbehave. But we are happy that the Commission made a decision to verify voters using the traditional document and the mother document, that is the National Voters Register. Okay. That was something good, and it really helped a lot. And remember, for that very reason, the Commission took a stand and extended polling by 1 hour.
Okay, Mr. Rashid, you have right, as I let you go, you have rightly talked about the 5 divisions in Kampala. Maybe they directly elected woman member of parliament position. But could you also tell us about the statistics of the elective positions and maybe the number of candidates who you nominated for this?
Kampala as a district, we have the 5 divisions. And in these 5 divisions, Central Division alone, that one sends 1 representative. And the other remaining 4, each division sends 2 representatives. In short, for today's case, we have 10 elective positions, 9 in the divisions and 1 for the woman MP. Remember very well that during nomination, we nominated quite many. There were 114 over 10 slots.
Okay. So if you happen to start, as you said, how long is it going to take you to complete this exercise?
We cannot tell, but we shall have to complete. All what we need is you people to be patient with us. Like I said earlier, results have started coming in, but within that, we do whatever we are doing, mindful of the time at which we are supposed to conclude. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rashid. I wish you well too. Okay. Thank you very much. So that is Mr. Muhasia Rashid, the center referee here at the tallying center of Kampala district. He is the returning officer, and he was trying to tell us of how they are prepared to finish this exercise. This is something that they started many months ago, and like I told you earlier, Kampala has had a heated campaign. It's one of the hotspots which had a neck-to-neck race, and we are here. Most of the candidates have started arriving. I have seen the NRM candidate for Kampala Central, Miss Hajat Misa Kabanda, and I've also seen the candidate for Nakawa West, who is also the leader of opposition in parliament, Joel Senyonyi, and a few other candidates who have reported in. I've also seen some of the election observers. They have also reported at the scene, and some of the the agents of the different candidates. So the exercise, of course, is starting. I've heard in my background the MC is already trying to communicate that everything is starting. So Mr. Mr. James Matua, that is what is happening here. What I can tell is that the people here are enjoying UBC and they love all of you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bwana Mugoya. Do you have any idea when the exercise in Kololo will be complete?
Yes?
Do you have any idea when the exercise in Kololo will be complete? Because now we're talking about just starting. Are we going overnight or is everything there?
That was my last question to the returning officer, who has just told us that they are working within the legal framework and they are full aware of the time that the law provides that this exercise should conclude. So they are trying their much. He doesn't know the exact time when they will complete, but they are trying their much to beat the deadline as far as the premises of the law is provided.
Yeah, thank you so much, and you're welcome. We shall also be keeping the viewers updated from other areas of the country. And I'm told Zimbabwe is on standby. Let's hear from what is happening back in Zimbabwe, the update from the elections in Zimbabwe.
Declaration of results, presidential elections. Premier Accountant to Town Council. Wogero Ward, Sura Kwarte Discipleship Church. Burira Fraka Kavinga, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chaguranyi Sentam Robert, 32. Mavirizi Joseph, 0. Mugisha Grigore Muntu Oyera, 1. Munyagwa Mubaraka Selunga, 0. Nandara Mafabi James Nathan, 0. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 235. Declaration of results. Polling station St. Elizabeth Health Center 3 to Town Council. Burira Franka Kavinga, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chaguranyi Sentam Robert, 65. Mavirizi Joseph, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka Selunga, 0. Nandara Mafabi James, 0. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 290. Declaration of results. Premier Accountant to Town Council into Hydrometeorological Station. Burira Frank, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chaguranyi Sentamu, 87. Mavirizi Joseph, 0. Mugisha Grigore Muntu, 3. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandara Mafabi, 0. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 321. Declaration of results. Kashozikamwe Church of Uganda. Burira Frank, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chaguranyi Sentam, 6. Mavirizi Joseph, 0. Mugisha Grigore Muntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandara Mafabi James, 1. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 361. Declaration of results. Wemerama Trading Center. Burira Frank, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chaguranyi Sentam Robert, 1. Mavirizi Joseph, 0. Mugisha Grigore Muntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka Selunga, 0. Nandara Mafabi, 0. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 162. Declaration of results into Central Market Polling Station. Burira Frank, 0. Kasabante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam Robert 47, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Gregory Munt 2, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mafabi 1, Yoweri Tuharuka Kaguta Museveni 98. Declaration of results, Kasambia Community Polling Station. Rira Franka 0, Kasabante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam Robert 0, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Gregory Muntu 0, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mafabi 0, Yoweri Tuharuka Kaguta Museveni 293. Declaration of results, presidential elections. Into Town Council Headquarters Polling Station. Burira Frank 0, Kasabante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam Robert 55, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Gregory Muntu 0, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mafabi 0, Yoweri Tuharuka Kaguta Museveni 142. Declaration of results. Polling station Chigando New Hope Primary School. Burira Franka 0, Kasabante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam 17, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mafabi 0, Yoweri Tuharuka Kaguta Museveni 379. Declaration of results. St. Elizabeth Health Center 3, 8 Nabu, Burira Franka 0, Kasabante Robert 1, Chaguranyi Sentam 64, Mugisha Gregory Muntu 1, Mabilis Joseph 0, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mafabi 0, Yoweri Tuharuka Kaguta Museveni 142. Declaration of results. Canon Church of Uganda Primary School. Burira Franka 0, Kasabante 0, Chaguranyi 36, Mabilis 0, Mugisha Muntu 3, Munyagwa 0, Nandara Mafabi 0, Yoweri Museveni 450. That's the end of Mpusi Town Council.
Again, going to the other parts of the country where tallying is still ongoing. But for now, we are going off for a short, very short break. And when we get back, I think shall be going to the northern part of Uganda, where we shall also be hearing from the reporters of UBC who are on ground to update us exactly what is happening. It's going to be a long night. We shall be here with you, and we thank you for being with us. When we come back, that's where we shall continue from. Thank you for now.
Sounded okay? Okay. For those who are watching UBC TV, we are in Sembabule district, and for those watching us online, this is where the tally center is, and the tallying of the votes is now ongoing. Just earlier on, the returning officer announced results of the Rwemiyaga County, and in Rwemiyaga County, where there is competition among 4 candidates, that is Brigadier General Emmanuel Rwashande, Theodore Sechikubo, Migade Joseph Amoti, and Ainebiona Innocent. Now, the results from Mtusi Town Council, when you look at what the returning officer has been reading therein, you could see that the contestation is between the NRM flag bearer Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the National Unity Platform presidential candidate Kyagulanyi Robert Sentamu. But from the preliminary observations in Ntusi Town Council, you can ably see that Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the NRM presidential flag bearer, is still leading in Ntusi Town Council. Now, the returning officer was able to also read the results of other presidential candidates in the race, and I think or believe that for those who are watching UBC and those following us online, you've heard what the returning officer has been reading regarding all the other candidates that are contesting in the presidential race. Remember, we have 8 presidential candidates in the 2026 presidential race, and that will be, and of course you had what every candidate has been getting in that specific town council. But we are Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, and we are giving you these updates live in real time from Sembabule district. Now, to give you a recap of who is contesting in this area, we have those contesting for the women member of parliament position or post, that is Meribe Gumisa coming as an independent, Florence Nambazira NRM, Nina Kankunda NUP, Esther Kinkuhire independent. But the results that have just been read out to us are results for the presidential candidates. Now we are waiting for what the returning officer will be telling us, what is the next batch of the results that are going to be revealed to the people in here. We have observers in the building. We are seeing members of the 4th Estate. We are seeing agents of candidates, and I am also seeing some candidates already in here. I may not interview the candidates as of now, but later on we shall be speaking to some of them when we really get some opportunity to interact with them. The returning officer, I think, is going to make some communication.
Let's continue. Declaration of results. Maugura North, Kawanda Sub-County, Rutunku Kawarasoke Community Grounds Polling Station. Burira Frank, this is for the president. Burira Frank, 0. Kaswante Robert, 0. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, 1. Mabirizi Joseph, 0. Mugishakuriko Remuntu Oyera, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka Selunga, 0. Nandara Mafar James, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 115. Declaration of results. Bushoborwa Towers Polling Station. Burira Frank, 0. Kaswante Robert, 0. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, 26. Mabirizi Joseph, 0. Mugishakuriko Remuntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandara Mafabi, 0. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa, 95. Declaration of results, presidential elections. Kasonji B Trading Center, polling station. Burira Frank, 0. Kaswante Robert, 0. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, 60. Mabirizi Joseph, 0. Mugishakuriko Remuntu, 1. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandara Mafabi, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 115. Declaration of results. Nakasagazi Trading Center. Burira Frank, 1. Kaswante Robert, 0. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, 40. Mabirizi Joseph, 1. Mugishakuriko Remuntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandara Mafabi, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 87. Declaration of results. Chetme Playground Polling Station. Burira Frank, 0. Kaswante Robert, 0. Chaguranyi Sentam 64, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Grigore 0, Munyagwambaraka 2, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 125. Declaration of results. DSC Catch Towers polling station. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam 57, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Grigore Muntu 0, Munyagwambaraka 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 160. Declaration of results. Serinya Primary School. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam Robert 122, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Grigore Muntu 0, Munyagwambaraka 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Tuhaburwa Museveni 168. Urira declaration of results. Mapugwe Trading Center. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam 113, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Grigore Muntu 0, Munyagwambaraka 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 88. Declaration of results. Kasson Church of Uganda Primary School. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante 1, Chaguranyi Sentam 90, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Grigore Muntu 0, Munyagwambaraka 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 134. Declaration of results. Nkoma Church of Uganda. Urira 0, Kasvante 0, Chaguranyi 37, Mabilis 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa 1, Nandarama 5 1, Yoweri Museveni 223. Declaration of results. Polling station Vyarhanga Farm. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante 0, Chaguranyi 23, Mabilis 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwambaraka 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 67. Declaration of results. Rukwa Catholic Church polling station. Urira Frank 2, Kasvante 0, Chaguranyi Robert 72, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa 0, Nandarama 5 1, Yoweri Museveni 77. Declaration of results. Kafuna Trading Center polling station. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante Robert 0, Chaguranyi Sentam 48, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 68. Declaration of results. Kawanda Church of Uganda Primary School. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante Robert 1, Chaguranyi Robert 85, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa Frank, Munyagwa Mbalak 1, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 153. Declaration of results. Chamgowa Full Gospel Church. Urira Frank 0, Kasvante 0, Chaguranyi Robert 24, Mabilis Joseph 0, Mugisha Grigore Muntu 0, Munyagwambaraka 0, Nandarama 5 0, Yoweri Museveni Kaguta 89. Declaration of results. Nabinoga Primary School. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante, 0. Chagulanyi Robert, 45. Mabilis Joseph, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Nyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 200. Declaration of results. Child Mosque. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante, 1. Chagulanyi Sentamu, 152. Mabiri, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 2. Munyagwa, 1. Nandala Mafavi, 1. Yoweri Kaguta, 93. Declaration of results. Yantonde Primary School. Urira 1. Kasavante, 0. Chagulanyi 77. Mabilis 2. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 1. Yoweri Museveni, 88. Declaration of results. Rutunkupi at Polytechnical Primary Ground. Apuru to Z. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chagulanyi 7. Mabilis 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Museveni, 349. Declaration of results. Kengo Trading Center. Urira 0. Kasavante, 0. Chagulanyi 46. Mabilis 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Museveni, 116. Declaration of results. Chavi Primary School. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante, 1. Chagulanyi 143. Mabilis 1. Mugisha, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 1. Nandala Mafavi, 1. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 161. Declaration of results. Chamabogo Church of Uganda Primary School. Urira Frank, 1. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert, 58. Mabilis Joseph, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa Mubaraka, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 73. Declaration of results. Kasambia Community Grounds. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chagulanyi Sentamu, 34. Mabilis Joseph, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 1. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Museveni, 45. Declaration of results of Tugu Chitaulizi polling station. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante Robert, 0. Chagulanyi Sentamu, 9. Mabilis Joseph, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 1. Munyagwa Mbaraka, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 190. Declaration of results. Kasozi Community Grounds. Urira Frank, 0. Kasavante, 0. Chagulanyi 11. Mabilis, 0. Mugisha Muntu, 0. Munyagwa, 0. Nandala Mafavi, 0. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 244. Declaration of results, Rutonku A at community grounds. Lira Franca 0, Kasevante 0, Chagulanyi 20, Mabirizi 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mapavi 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 218. Declaration of results, Chikuma Dungu Catholic Church. Ulira 0, Kasivante 0, Chagulanyi 0, Mabirizi 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa 0, Nandara Mafavi 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 250. Declaration of results, Chartagisha Chitaurizi. Ulira 0, Kasivante 0, Chagulanyi 0, Mabirizi 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa 0, Nandara Mafavi 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 76. Declaration of results, Rutunku B at Polytechnic Playground A to Nabuk. Ulira 0, Kasivante 0, Chagulanyi Robert 30, Mabirizi 0, Mugisha Muntu 0, Munyagwa Mbaraka 0, Nandara Mafavi 0, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 307. That's the end of Kawanda sub-county. Can I invite any agents of the presidential candidate come in front to witness our first printout from the system that shows us that there is nothing in the system. It shows us the total registered voters, 153,810 voters. Total number of polling stations, 431. Total number of polling stations received, it is still showing us 0 because we haven't entered anything in the system. And all the candidates, they all still have 0 votes and 0 percentage. Total votes, 0%. Invalid votes, 0%. Invalid, 0. Spoiled, 0. This is our initiation report. Yeah, it is displayed here on the screen. And I'm going to append my signature on it. And then we shall commence.
Yeah, that is what is coming to us all the way from Zimbabwe. And of course, when more will come up, of course, we will be giving us an update on parliamentary elections there, because we have just received the first batch from one sub-county of the presidential elections. But later on, I think we'll be going back to Zimbabwe to get more results from the parliamentary elections in that area. Meanwhile, we are now crossing over to Kololo to get the update on what is happening in Kampala, here where we are right now.
Parliament.
Hello. Hello.
Still Anna Nakasero 1. District Women Representative to Parliament. Polling station is Crested Towers, Crested Chitintare and Nile. Kasiri Evelyn Kent, 0. Malende Shamim, 154. Nachitende Salama Adelaide, 0. Nana Namata Anet Mwafrika Mbarikiwa,
Good evening,
9.
everyone.
Namfuma Shamim, 9.
We are about to
Nantege
start the
Christine
Nakawa
Zabu, 2.
results.
Nanziri Amina
So I
Rukanga,
request us to be attentive
295.
as you all know, or you all
Towers, Fairway, Katonga Shimon,
voices.
Kasiri Evelyn Kent, 3.
Population.
Mariende Shamim, 104. Nachitende Salama Adelaide, 1.
Shall be starting with
Nana
the
Namata
presidential
Anet Mwafrika Mbarikiwa, 2.
elected MP,
Namfuma Shamim,
District Woman
10.
Representative to Parliament.
Nantege Christine Zabu, 0. Nanziri Amina Rukanga, 274. Those are the 2 polling stations and
For Nakawa division, we are going to
Nakasero
start
1
with
for
the presidential
District
results.
Woman Representative to Parliament. Thank you.
And we are starting with the parish Nakawa institutions. The polling station. Joseph CP 0. Mugisha Gregory Munt Oyera Ant 3. Munyagwa Mbalak Selunga CMP 0. Nandala Mafab James Nathan FDC 0. Yoel Tibhabura Kagutam 7 NLM 27. Polling station vocational. Bulira Frank Kavinga LPP 0. Kasibante Robert NPP 0. Chaguranyi Centum Robert Noop 50. Mabiris Joseph CP 0. Mugisha Gregory Muntoyera Ant 1. Munyagwamba Lakselunga CMP 0. Nandala Mafab James Nathan FDC 1. Yoel Tibuhabura Kaguta Museveni NLM 39. Those were the presidential results for Nakawa Institutions Palace. We are now going to dialect elected member of parliament. Nakawa Institutions, starting with the polling station Mubs Campus 602 A Tumuk. Asa Godfrey Okot, Independent 0. Kawazigurika Mike Andrew, PFF 4. Katende Muhammad Jema 1. Keno Charles Ronnie, Independent 0. Mugaga Augustine, Independent 0. Mugisha Moses Okwera, FDC 0. Muonge Vian, Independent 0. Nakandi Winfred, DF 12. Ruhindi Frederick, NLM 12. Segirinya David Chintu,